Alright guys, are you ready? Let's go. Alright, let's mosey on down. Oh, damn it again, stop saying it like a wimp. Can't you say move out or something? Alright, move out. Hey, what the? Hey, look at the number. Hey, they're coming out in full force. Hey, Cloud, you go first. Dude, I'm fighting here too. Oh, shut up. It won't do us any good with everyone back here. Dude, Barrett's right. You take two of us with you and go first. The rest will catch up with you later. Is this like a practice run before the real thing? Yeah, it's a major practice run. I'm fine with that. It's probably more fun than fighting Sephiroth down there. This might be fun to pass the time. These guys are very confident right now. Sound like a freaking dragon. Hold on, they're coming. They're already on the floor next to us. Dude, Cloud, hurry up and make up your mind. And I'm using Tifa and Yuffie because I wanted to use Tifa and Yuffie to finish off the game, so... You guys are ready? Get this started. All of you? Later. And don't die on me now. Yeah. Later. Love Jenova's theme. And I think you normally fight random battles every single time you step on one of these rocks, so it's very convenient right now. There we go. But I think there's two different types of enemies in this area that you should be really careful about. One of these, this is called the Dragon Zombie, and he casts Pandora's Box, so you should be kind of careful about that. It's really good. It's an enemy skill, by the way, so if you don't have it, you can learn it, so feel free to go ahead and do that. I think you can run away from these guys as well, but I'm going to fight him as if he's a normal boss. But obviously, with Jenova's theme playing in the background, I figure I might as well take the opportunity and talk a little bit about Jenova, because I don't know if the game really goes into the kind of detail that I think people need to know. Basically, what I like to think of Jenova as is that Jenova, is also called the Calamity from the skies, and what it is it's some sort of monster, and it goes from planet to planet, completely destroys all the life forms on that planet, and then uses the planet right there as a vessel, and then goes to another planet to do the same exact thing. So what this thing's been doing is for thousands, or about hundreds of thousands of years, is that it's been traveling through the cosmos before it got to the planet in Final Fantasy VII, sucking the life out of a planet, destroying all the inhabitants on it. And then it finally got to this planet, and then what it does is that Jenova has the ability to masquerade itself as... I want to say masquerade itself as the various different life forms, and then it carries a virus that infects the people on the planet and turns them into monsters. So what happened was that it disguised itself as an ancient, and by disguising itself as an ancient, it was able to infect the ancient population, and then there was a big group of ancient people who tried to fight back against it, obviously. They were completely wiped out their own race, and then there was a couple who tried to run away from Jenova and then started to create settlements, which is basically the inhabitants, the people that live on Final Fantasy, the world of Final Fantasy VII now. But basically Jenova disguises itself as, like a normal-looking human, infects a different population, and then Aeris is, I guess you could say her ancestors, really. They were the ones that decided to fight back Jenova at the cost of, the existence of their own people. So Aeris was the last surviving member of that entire race. Obviously what happened was that the Shinra Corporation, they discovered the remains of Jenova sealed up in the crater, because that's what they did in order to prevent, Jenova from wreaking havoc on the planet. And then what they ended up doing is that they thought that was a surviving ancient. So then they used their power to, because they're trying to find the Promised Land, right? Because the Promised Land has all the various energy that they were seeking. And what they did is that they injected people with Jenova Cells, not knowing that they're actually injecting people with a being that is going to destroy the planet itself. So I just think that's really interesting. And basically, that's the reason why, and then people were kind of wondering, how Sephiroth makes all these different appearances. My understanding is that if you remember back in disc number 1, I believe in disc number 1, Sephiroth killed the President Shinra, right? You saw the giant sword in him, everything like that. I think it was rumored that it wasn't actually Sephiroth. What happened was that when Sephiroth was injected with Jenova and then was thrown into the area, thrown into the depths of the earth by Cloud, and when he was bested by Cloud back in Nibelheim, you know, in that incident 5 years ago, is that while he was in the live stream the entire time, he was able to pick up the knowledge of the planet, and then he was basically able to use that to his advantage later on. So he figured out how to control Jenova itself, and then change the form to Jenova to fit his own will, which I think is even more frightening if you think about it, because he's able to surpass a being that basically jumped from planet to planet and killed everyone. So I thought that was just kind of very, very interesting, very, very detailed. Okay, debating whether I want to just use my limit break and then just end the match right here. Here we go. Because I don't want to use the limit break so quickly because I really want to save Omni Slash for the Jenova fight up ahead. But obviously, I figured it was a good time to tell you guys about Jenova and all the different things like that. It's really, really weird because when I see a picture of Jenova, you think like, well, she looks like a normal human, but it's like the most sinister thing on the planet, you know. So I just want to keep that in mind. And the fact that they injected it, trying to find people in the Promised Land, it was like seeking out natural resources and then eventually potentially causing the demise of the planet. So I thought that was pretty cool, but I don't think that the game explained it in that kind of detail, so I figured I might as well try to do that right now, because it's about that time, and I figure if I don't do it now, then when am I ever going to do it, you know? So anyways, if you guys found that interesting, I hope you guys did, or at least I hope I didn't talk around in a circle and confuse the hell out of you. That would be like the worst possible thing. So anyways, I forget what this guy is called, but obviously he's pretty resilient. I'd much rather if I fight those other guys. They don't last as long, but and then they also hit a lot harder, so. But I'm saving the enemies, or the limit break for Cloud, because I don't want to reveal Omni Slash just yet, because it's kind of BA, I'm not gonna lie, it's really good, so. And I forgot to mention that I switched Hades and added effect onto Yuffie in her attack, which obviously I might as well move that into her defense when I actually get down into the bottom of the crater, but for now, I think everybody has Cure. And then I figured once we actually get to Sephiroth, then I'll equip the ultimate weapon on everyone, because I'm still basically training up the stuff right here. Man, I've fought like a ton of battles right now. Can I run from these guys? Yeah, this is a little bit ridiculous here. Okay, well I'm putting him to sleep now. Oh, here we go. Well, like I'm tired of fighting that guy. He takes too long. So here we go. Let's make it down to the crater. And I just love Jenova's theme, and I figured it was a good time to explain the backstory of Jenova just a little bit. Hopefully that helped you guys out a little bit. Wait, where are we? Wait, what? Jenova? Hold on, it's coming! And this is Jenova Absolute, by the way, on the soundtrack. Absolutely amazing. And I don't want to say too much because I love the music for this so much, but pretty simple, big guard, and if you have Omni Slash, go ahead and use it. Summon Knights of the Round, Bahamut 0. I have Quad Magic attached to Comet 2 for Tifa right now, so you can spam that. But look at how devastating Omni Slash is. But basically, Jenova has 3 different parts, and what you want to do is you want to take out the 2 arms, and you want to kill her as quickly as possible. Because if you don't kill her as quickly as possible, what she does is she counts down, and then she casts Ultimate at the end of the battle, or Ultima, I should say, which causes massive damage to your party, obviously. And then at that point, then you get no experience and no AP for fighting her. So the Quad Magic in Comet is just like kind of BA. I like it. Yeah, but Jenova Synthesis is like very creepy looking. It kind of reminds me of a flower, but like the flower of death, so. Here we go. She's counting down already, so I gotta make quick work of her. There we go. Just in the nick of time. See, nice of the round leveled up. Tons of good experience for fighting her, so that's pretty cool. Obviously, at this point, there's no turning back. You can't backtrack, so I just kind of keep that in mind. Wow, that was a ton of experience, so... Obviously, no gil, but you can't backtrack up this area once you're done, so... And the planet is falling in on us right now. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Oh, I don't want this LP to end. This is way too much fun for me right now. I'm enjoying it way too much, but...